Zoo, which is in Kazakhstan. I trained him again up at our base in North Yorkshire. So he really does know how to work and how to fly, how to use the wind in particular. But there's hardly any wind blowing at all, and he genuinely would prefer not to even be out flying. He would much prefer it if I were just to put him on the log and then hand deliver him all of his food. He has no desire to sort of get up into the sky and stretch his wings at all. But obviously we need him to work, and Stan, what's going to happen is I just have a feeling he's going to have a bit of a pop at me today. He's just got that look about him. So I'm going to be giving him this signal here, and this is just asking him to go around again. But he doesn't like it when I've got my hands up in the air, and you can see him, he just struck out at my gloved hand, and I had a feeling that that was the sort of thing that he was going to try. You see, he is a natural bully, and out in the wild, let's say up on the Western Isles of Scotland, but you get them in many other coastal areas of the UK, most of them up in Scotland, some in Ireland, but certainly on a day like today, he might spot a common buzzard that's caught a rabbit, or a peregrine falcon that's maybe caught a pigeon. Because of his sheer size, he's about 4 times the weight of a common buzzard, he can just afford to steal it from them. And the thing with Stan is, he knows exactly what's in my bag. And I'm quite sure that he looks at me and thinks, that Paul's a skinny lad, I reckon I can take him on. And he does hit my hand, and you know, it hurts ever so much, which everybody seems to find very amusing. Even though I have a glove on, the power these birds have in their feet really is quite phenomenal. So if Stan keeps up that kind of work, what I do with him, as he's about to grab hold of my hand, I grab both of his feet, and I put him onto ground level. I don't give him anything to eat, and I just let him think about the situation, and that generally sort of cures it with him. But he's doing okay at present, and he drove up quite a way there, so I'm going to just call him straight over to land on my arm at this time around. And I am going to be nice to Stanley. I'm not, because we haven't got such brilliant conditions for flying, there's no point sort of pushing him and pushing him and pushing him, and we have got jousting coming up fairly soon. That's going to be at past on the River Island. So I'm actually going to ask Stan just to head off one final time, but he's going to get all of his dinner, and he really won't be expecting that at all, and we'll just see what happens as far as which route he wants to take. But just to try and speed up the proceedings, I'm just going to show him that I haven't got any food for him. So that's not a command to Stanley, that's just me saying to him, look Stan, there's no food available here. If you want some, you're welcome to have some, but you've got to take off and do a bit of flying around for it. And he also regularly likes to thermal fly, just like Archie, the bald eagle. He loves to go up to thousands and thousands of feet, but you've got to end the show when that happens, because obviously Stan is the last bird in the show, and sometimes he's away for a couple of hours, but he's not a bird that we sort of worry about. He's always going to, he's always going to work his way back over to our position. And I was going to call you in right then, Stanley, but for hitting me I'm making you do another lap. But I will bring him in now, so that does bring to a close our Flight of the Eagle show. But thanks very much indeed for coming along and watching, everybody, and have a great afternoon at Warwick Castle.